So Elon Musk did an interview with Fox Business the other day, and there's some noteworthy moments here that we're going to get to. But this one raised eyebrows a little bit because when asked about his businesses, he genuinely appears on the verge of tears. So in other words, and all you need to know this, the boycotts are working. They are working. The Tesla stock price has come down 50% from its peak. 50% from its peak. The Starlink rockets are blowing up, like, seemingly once a week. And this is the guy who wants control of the entire FAA system. He wants to do flight safety for the whole country, as he can't fucking launch a rocket without it exploding. So, the boycotts are working. Teslas are being vandalized everywhere. Dealerships have been burnt down. Charging stations have been destroyed. And normal people are going, why would I want to affiliate myself with that when my car might get destroyed? And also, the guy who's the face of the company is fucking Zig Heiling at the inauguration, right? His like attempted plausible deniability. Oh, I'm just autistic. Oh, it was a Roman salute. Oh, I just got too excited. That's not going to work on normies. Normies are going to be like, I don't know, man. Walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a fucking duck, right? So people are now backing away. Tesla sales are plummeting everywhere. So here we go. He's asked about his businesses. This is his reaction.
You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
You giving up your other stuff? I mean, how are you running your other businesses?
With great difficulty. Yeah, I mean...
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
I'm just here trying to make government more efficient, eliminate waste and fraud, and so far we're making good progress.
Look, I don't even need to... You guys all know we're eliminating waste and fraud is such a fucking lie. The inspectors general, that is their job, and Trump fired them in the first week. The GAO, Government Accountability Office, that's their job to go after waste and fraud. Okay? Doge is bullshit. It's a fake government agency. He's illegally hacking into our government agencies, and he's deleting ones he doesn't like. That's what they're doing. Nothing to do with that. By the way, you know who knows that? The American people. Which is why they see, like, fucking disabled veterans getting fired and flight safety officials getting fired, and they're like, fuck this guy. Fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on, and certainly fuck Tesla and Starlink, who can't launch a goddamn rocket. So, I'm running it with great difficulty. Yeah, well, maybe you should put more time and effort into that. By the way, he doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care about his fucking cars. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there are electric vehicles in China that absolutely drax Teslas. Like, they put Teslas to shame, dog. Now, they're not allowed to sell them in the US, but I believe they are in Europe, right? You see Tesla sales falling off a cliff, 60%, 70% in different European countries. Fucking of course, because you don't care about the cars anymore. You don't put in any energy or effort into them. You're just coasting off your fucking name, but it's catching up to you because now your name is shit. Now your name is worth... You are the world's richest man, and you're cutting pediatric cancer research, and you expect everybody to heap fawning adoration and praise on you? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? But I'm not done, so... I love this, like, you know, painting himself as the victim. No, bitch, you made your bed, and now you're sleeping in it, okay? And it's going to be a long sleep, dog. So, other part of this interview, and again, this is why your businesses are turning to shit. This is why nobody trusts you, nobody likes you, you've become a comically evil character, right? So, I'm running it with great difficulty. Okay, step down. Step down. It'd be great if he stepped down and Tesla was in the hands of other people. I think people would go back to buying Teslas, right? Okay, here we go. Ready? This is why your sales are tanking, your rockets are exploding, because this is the shit that you're focusing on, you absolute charlatan. I almost said scarlatan. That's not a thing. Here we go.
The waste and fraud in entitlement spending, you know, which is most of the federal spending is entitlements. So that's like the big one to eliminate.
He's talking about Social Security and Medicare. Quote, that's the big one to eliminate. By the way, he says there's fraud in there. There's not. That's total bullshit. That's total bullshit. We have the numbers. It's less than 1% fraud, and the fraud is just slight overpayments to people. Gee, I wonder why your businesses are failing. Could it be because you're taking the most successful and popular government program and saying, yeah, we want to get rid of that?
The sort of $500 billion, maybe $600-700 billion a year. that is also a mechanism by which the Democrats attract and retain illegal immigrants.
Oh! That is a complete and utter lie. That is 100% not how the system works. No undocumented immigrant gets Social Security. I repeat, no undocumented immigrant gets Social Security. He's just a liar. This is just a lie. Just like when he said, we have 150-year-olds and 200-year-olds, and they're getting Social Security payments. No, they're fucking not. That's a lie. It was something to do with the coding system and how it works and the default year that's put in. It's just not true, but they don't care because they want to cut it, and they will use any fucking excuse, which is why Trump, in his speech to Congress, said the same bullshit. Oh, we got 150-year-olds and 200-year-olds. Why would he say that? Because he's laying the groundwork to say, we had to cut it, but don't worry, we didn't actually cut it. We just got rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse, even though what they say is waste, fraud, and abuse isn't, and if they cut it, it will impact real people. Guys, before Social Security, we had a senior poverty rate of over 30%, and some say even over 40%. You know what it is after Social Security? 10%. Social Security saved elderly people, senior citizens, from being homeless on the street in this country. And he wants to go back to them being on the street.
To come here, yes. And then turning them into voters.
Lie. They can't vote. There's a lie. Oh my God.
Yes.
So this is why the Democrats are so upset about the situation.
No, the Democrats are upset about the situation because it's the most popular and beloved government program, and it works. By the way, they act also like it adds to the debt. It doesn't. By law, it can't add to the deficit. It's basically in its own lockbox, and they act like it's going to go bankrupt. That's also not true. If you do nothing, it still pays out 83% of its benefits from 2035 and on, right? All you have to do to fix it forever is just lift the cap. Right now, you only get taxed for Social Security on your first $170,000 or so per year. If you lift that cap and somebody who makes $10 million has to pay that same 6.2% that you do with whatever your salary is, then it's funded as far as the eye can see. But God forbid the rich have to pay a little more to make sure grandma isn't sleeping on the street.
You know, if we turn off this gigantic money magnet for illegal immigrants, then they will leave and they'll lose voters.
They're not voting. And this isn't a money magnet for Social Security. In fact, guys, the reality is 180 degrees the opposite of what he's saying. Musk claims Social Security is a giant magnet to attract illegal immigrants. In fact, immigrants here illegally do not collect Social Security, but they pay $25.7 billion a year into it, a recent study found. So these undocumented workers are actually subsidizing Americans. He could not be more wrong. He has it exactly backwards. Because he's an anti-government fundamentalist. He's an anarcho-capitalist extremist. And for you, he wants to destroy the social safety net, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're on your fucking own. I don't care if you got to sleep under a bridge. I don't care if you can't afford to put a roof over your head or pay the light bill or go to the doctor. I don't care. This is his ideology. But you know who he's fine with getting government money? Himself. Which is why he takes $8 million a day in tax money from you and me. He's taken $38 billion in subsidies for his companies. I don't want to hear a fucking word out of this guy's mouth until he lives his values first and foremost, and you say, here's the $38 billion back, here's interest on that, and I'm never taking another penny, no more $8 million a day for me. After you do that, you want to have a debate and a disagreement and a conversation, oh, I think we should cut government spending more broadly. Fine, we can have that conversation at that time. But until you prove you will live your fucking values, no fucking interest in what you have to say. You want grandma to sleep under a bridge. You want disabled people to lose their fucking health care, right? Republicans just cut Medicaid. Disabled people, sorry, we're going to take your health care away from you. Low-income people, we're going to take your health care away from you. The food stamp program, making sure people don't starve in this country, sorry, we're cutting that $230 billion. You want to say fuck you to all people in this country who are just trying to get by. And by the way, just so we're clear, this is rich coming from him. According to his brother, he came here as an illegal immigrant, Elon did. He was an undocumented immigrant. So yes, he's an undocumented immigrant, and he is a welfare queen. He is the living embodiment of the Reagan stereotype of the Democrats. He's the living embodiment of it. And what he wants to do is take the earned benefit programs away from people who earn those benefits and have the right to receive it. Gee, I wonder why Tesla's tanking. I wonder why SpaceX sucks. I wonder why everybody despises this guy. Really tough one to figure out. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.